morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wherever you are, welcome to the first edition, 2025, of the LEC News Brief. In today's edition, 21st January 2025, the LEC Interim Management Team hosts first press conference, highlights 42 days achievement, addresses challenges, and assures customers of power supply amid dry season. The World Bank Vice President of West and Central Africa, Mr. Ousmane Diagana, leads a team-member delegation to Mankofi Hydropower Plant in strengthening the energy sector collaboration with Liberia. And the LEC Deputy Managing Director for Administration, Mr. Eric Augustine Fredericks, implements robust administrative and financial reforms, condemns power theft, and pledges impartial crackdown. Here's Verity Nouvelle Sankali bringing you the details.
Mr. Thomas Z. Gonkowan, Interim Managing Director of the Liberia Electricity Corporation, addressing a score of journalists at his waterside office over the weekend, where he expressed gratitude to the President for his appointment. Speaking on behalf of the corporation's 3 deputy managing directors, Mr. Gonkowan provided an overview of LEC's current challenges, achievements, and plans for sustainable energy delivery in Liberia. He highlighted 3 major constraints impacting the corporation's sustainability and growth: the inadequacy of energy supply, revenue protection, and network infrastructure constraints. Addressing the corporation's preparedness for the dry season, Mr. Gonkowan assured the public that LEC is ready and exerting all efforts to ensure power supply during the dry season. He explained that the thermal power plant has been deployed to supplement the Mankofi hydropower plant with support from energy received from the CIE Transco CLSG arrangements. He further guaranteed that plans have been initiated to ensure no community experiences power outages exceeding 8 hours under normal circumstances without technical breakdowns. Mr. Gonkowan disclosed that LEC, with support from its partners, is executing repairs on Unit 1 of the Mankofi hydropower plant to restore it to full capacity. The expansion of Mankofi with additional 2 turbines will increase its installed capacity by over 50%. Additionally, the SP2 hydropower project, to be constructed upstream in Bong County, is undergoing a social and environmental impact assessment. He also announced that Liberia's first 20-megawatt solar power plant is on track for completion by October this year. On January 14, 2025, the World Bank Vice President for West and Central Africa, Mr. Ousmane Diagana, led a high-profile 18-member delegation to the Mankofi hydropower plant. This visit aimed to foster continuous engagement in Liberia's energy sector, highlighting both opportunities and constraints. The delegation included prominent figures such as Ethiopia's Tafara, Vice President and Chief Risk, Legal and Administrative Officer, Renaud Seligman, Director for Strategy and Operations of the Plant Vice Presidency, Robert R. Talesio, Michelle C. Kane, Georgia Weiland, and regional managers with respective portfolio of the World Bank, and Nuzat Anwar, resident representative of the IFC, and amongst others. During the visit, the delegation was warmly received by LEC's Interim Managing Director for Operations, Mr. Emil Kanga, who opened the engagement with a welcome presentation, and followed by a comprehensive overview of the LEC's achievements and constraints delivered by the Interim Managing Director, Mr. Thomas Z. Gonkowan. A technical presentation on the status of the World Bank's ongoing projects with LEC was delivered by Bill Higgins, Project Director of the Project Implementation Unit at LEC. The presentation provided an in-depth update on progress and future plans for enhancing Liberia's energy infrastructure. Vice President Diagana expressed his admiration for the collaboration between LEC and the World Bank, commending the process made thus far. He reaffirmed the World Bank's commitment to supporting Liberia's energy sector and emphasized the importance of sustained efforts to address challenges and harness opportunities. The interim deputy managing director for administration at the Liberia Electricity Corporation, Mr. Eric Augustine Fredericks, has announced a series of critical assessments aimed at driving institutional reforms and improving operational efficiency. Speaking to our news desk, Mr. Fredericks disclosed that LEC's interim management team has initiated 3 key evaluations to enhance business processes across the organization. The assessments focus on governance and financial processes, commercial and technical efficiencies, and the energy generation and distribution components. As part of these efforts, LEC has engaged the Internal Audit Agency to conduct a comprehensive audit of the corporation's financial and systematic processes. This initiative is designed to ensure that LEC's workflows adheres to best practices in administrative and financial management, ultimately strengthening transparency and accountability. Mr. Fredericks emphasized the importance of addressing power theft as a critical component of the reform agenda. The management is firmly committed to reducing power theft to safeguard revenue and ensure the sustainability of the corporation, he stated.
This brings us to an end of this edition. Verity Nouvelle Sankali brought you the news in details. Anchoring this edition, I'm Philip Kamarafali. The news brief is brought to you by the Information and Public Affairs Department of the Liberia Electricity Corporation.